Good morning. I weighed in at 160 pounds today. Pretty excited. The past few days it's been a little bit of a struggle with the diet. I've been going over a little bit on my calories, not eating under 1800 but going to like 1900, which I'm still in a deficit, but I don't want to build that habit and keep doing that and eventually go over my calorie expenditure. Yesterday was really good. My watch says I burned 3,000 calories, but who knows? I took it off a couple of times. Like I don't use it when I do resistance training. But I went for a 7-mile hike, so it might be accurate. And I did go over my calories yesterday. And I woke up this morning and I am hungry. I'm gonna do a pull day, but I might have a smoothie beforehand. My stomach is it's loud. It's grumbling like crazy. We do have fresh snow, so he's having fun. Probably go on quite a few more walks. Come on, buddy. I'm definitely looking leaner, and I'm excited to get down under 160 pounds. See what I look like next week. One thing that I've been liking lately is this sour watermelon CBum pre-workout. I haven't ever tried the CBum brand, but it was the cheapest one on Amazon that had like the least amount of ingredients. It still has quite a few ingredients that, it's not going to be perfect, especially when I'm trying to go for the cheaper option, but it's really good with ginger. Just raw ginger and some sour watermelon. It's like the sourness and the sweetness from the pre-workout just balances the ginger spice so well. It's so good. But yeah, so I'm eating my ginger, getting some pre-workout in here, and I've got my green tea going. I'll probably have to warm it up by the time I'm actually ready to work out. But I don't do a full scoop. I go just a little under. It's like 200 milligrams of caffeine, and I normally drink. Actually, today I didn't have coffee, so if I wanted to, I could have more, but I don't really want to. Oh gosh, that smells amazing. And then I do put creatine in with the pre-workout. If I try to do it at other times throughout the day, I forget. Like if there's a day where if I've had a lot of caffeine, like coffee or something, and I don't do pre-workout, I forget to take my creatine. Sometimes I remember and I just put it in some hot water, but I do roughly, I think this is 8 grams. This is roughly a nice big round scoop. I haven't noticed a difference when I take creatine, but when I do my EMT class last year, started taking it, and just kind of having that ritual in the morning, I would put it in a smoothie, and I just felt way better and like ready to learn. It was just, I don't think it was anything. Like I was learning about how creatine has like cognitive benefits, and then in that smoothie, I was throwing in like fruits and veggies to help with like micronutrients for the brain. And so I think just the mental, like having that idea of this smoothie is going to help me learn, drinking that and then studying for however many hours, like it was just the ritual and I'm trying to think, like the mental, I can't think of the word. It's a mental game. That's all it is. It's like if you, in your head, if you're like, I'm gonna lose weight, well, you're gonna start doing things around you that are gonna make you lose weight. You know, you gotta change the idea about yourself. Instead of being, I'm fat, I'm someone that's losing weight. You're gonna have an easier time. I won't take you through the full workout. I'll do clips, and anytime I talk, I'll include that. So this first set it's kind of like a warm-up set, just getting ready. I do 2 sets of rear delt flies for 20. 130 pounds on the bar, or sorry, including the bar. This is a good set. I did push myself, and I think I got the same as my last pull day. I think it was 10 reps. I didn't really like the form too much on that last set. I was too upright, which I do want to have my chest up, but I want to be a little bit more of a 90 with the floor. Not too much, and using a little bit of momentum is okay. So I dropped the weight to 125 pounds. Much happier with my form on this set. Let me know too if you prefer kind of the raw, unedited clips of me talking versus the voiceover like this that I'm doing. It does make for a longer video, but maybe a little bit more personable. Got another minute of rest. I'm doing my second set of pull-ups. I kind of switched from ring chin-ups today to pull-ups. I just want to get a little variety in there, different joint angles. And, you know, in my head, I'm like, oh, I want to work on the details of my back. But honestly, what I liked about why I was doing ring chin-ups is to warm up my biceps. And because I wasn't doing bicep isolations when I was progressing from my injury, I would try, but it was just way too painful. And it was painful the next day. So I just stopped doing bicep isolations, and I would take it easy on the ring chin-ups. But honestly, I'm feeling good. I'm getting a little bit of a little tendonitis. Like, it definitely feels a little inflamed, but doesn't mean I'm not gonna push it. And just make sure I stretch and cool down properly. Anyways. That was solid. I realized in the first set I did, I was going pretty quick, using a lot of power. So on that second set, I really wanted to focus on, you know, using my teres and moving my scapula versus just pumping them out. Focus on the movement quality. So next thing I do is trap bar shrugs. This is something that I actually just added. My last pull day, I was just like, I want to see how it feels. And I did it at the end of my workout. Actually, I did it before my core. And now I'm putting them in after I do my pull-ups. I want to work on my upper traps a little bit more. And, you know, I've worked them occasionally, but never actually programmed a decent shrug movement. And I'm just starting small. You know, initially I was focusing on my lower and mid traps. Well, now I want to get some well, if I can't do farmer's carries, I want to be able to do this. So I've just got 135 pounds, nothing heavy, just working on solely using my traps and trying not to injure my neck any further. And getting in the routine of doing this movement. And then as I add weight, I'll start using straps, so my forearms aren't a limiting factor. Maybe, we'll see. And one thing I do is stick my head out, so remembering to tuck my chin. Starting small, really just focusing on the stretch more than anything, instead of going as high up as possible, because that's when I'm going to injure myself. That's when I feel strain on my neck the most. So stretching as much as possible. So I just finished a set, but I wanted to record it because it felt amazing. But just letting my arms hang and feeling the stretch on my upper trap. Feels so good. Alright, 20-pound hammer curls. This is something I've been switching up a little bit. Like I did some easy bar curls for 50 pounds last pull day, and that was good. I didn't push that too hard. I just was seeing how it felt. It felt good. Today I'm going to stick with the 20-pound hammer curls, just because my bicep was feeling a little funny when I was doing pull-ups, and it didn't really like the trap bar shrugs too much. It's definitely a little inflamed. That's what I mean by funny. And it's my right bicep. All right. I definitely have, fuck it, I have 2 more in me. One more. Barely. Oh my God. Oh, that was tough. I wanted to keep it slow on that last rep, but ooh. So I'm pretty sure, I was trying to count, but I lost count a couple times in there. Pretty sure I did 15, and then I was like, all right, well, let's go up and wait on the next set. And that's what I was kind of thinking in my head, and then I was like, well, no, fuck it. Let's push this set. And so I'll have to run it back and see how many I actually did. But I think what I'm gonna do right now is add 5 pounds to each dumbbell. No, I'm gonna add 2.5 to each dumbbell. But I wanna risk it, and I did just push myself fairly hard. Oh. My arms, whew. They feel great. It's like, you know, they don't feel good. It's uncomfortable. It's not painful, it's just discomfort. It's like, you know, it feels great because that's what I want. That's what's gonna build them up. Whew. Fuck, why do I like this so much? The reason I feel like I can go up in weight is A, I passed my rep range, I went over. B, I wasn't cheating at any point, and I didn't want to just stop at 15. I wanted to keep going. And there's a couple different things I could have done. I could have stopped at 15, upped the weight, and done 2 working sets and just counted that as a warm-up. You know, a very difficult warm-up. Or I could have pushed it, went up in weight, and see what I can do on this second set. And then the next time I do my pull day, I will start with whatever the weight is that I added. So in this case, 22.5 pounds on each side. That'll be my working weight now. And you might notice if you look back that I am progressing really quickly, even though I'm in a calorie deficit. And that's only because I'm recovering from an injury. This is weight that I used to be able to do 25-pound hammer curls for 8 to 12 reps, sometimes 15. I don't want to say 10 to 15 rep range because that second set used to be, it was kind of a struggle to get 10 reps. But just to give you an idea that I took like multiple steps back, and I'm slowly taking baby steps forward. And now that I'm kind of in the later stages of post-recovery, those steps are looking bigger. So it's not that I never pushed myself before. I mean, yes, there is a little fear of pushing myself, and I didn't do it on every single exercise, every single movement all the time, because I didn't want to risk the injury. And I was just trying to get my tendons and muscles used to proper form, used to doing the movements again. But I have an amazing warm-up routine, amazing stretching routine. Okay, when I say amazing, it's amazing for me because I used to not do that shit. And now I do. So that's what's amazing about it, is that I'm actually doing it and I enjoy doing it. And I'm actually really looking forward to stretching and having a meal because it means I've accomplished the workout. Anyways, I need to start ripping these out. Yeah, 22.5 pound hammer curls. I want to be in that 10 to 15 rep range. That's my rep range for these. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. One thing I forgot to say on that last, whatever, I'll do it after. Okay. Oh, my left. Ooh. What I was gonna say is something I forgot to include on that last little clip is another reason why I went up is I felt really good about my form, even though like near the end it was definitely difficult and I was using a little bit more momentum. Even that said, I felt really good that my elbows were in place and I was doing them, and then as soon as it got like to the challenging point, like very challenging, I still did pretty good of keeping like a strict form. Oh man, my shoulders and biceps and forearm, whew. I'm really happy with those. Honestly, today's been great. 160 pounds even, which I was not expecting. And I went up in weight on my hammer curls. Oh, actually, something that might be interesting and why I was able to do that is because normally I'll do my ring chin-ups and then the next exercise is hammer curls. So maybe with the trap bar shrugs, I was giving my biceps a little bit more time to rest. I do 2 sets of leg raises. One thing I'm really trying to focus on here is not letting my lower back come off the bench. It's definitely more difficult the further into the set I go, and I don't get as much of a stretch, like I don't drop my legs as far, which is okay. I'm not too concerned about it as long as I'm engaging my core, and really, I mean, that's going to be the hardest part is the bottom, but it's still a very difficult exercise even though I'm not doing a full range of motion. Oh, every time. I just want to lay there the rest of the time, then I have to work out. I don't want to get up. Ooh. Wow. Obviously, still don't know how to pose. Maybe that'll be something I can work on for next week. Just keep pushing it to next week and next week and next week. Thank you for making it this far. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next week. And I'll have some pose down. I'll have one pose down. That'll be my goal for the week.